Swimming pools began as public luxuries, but eventually took up residence in America's backyards. Now those run-of-the-mill rectangles and boring ovals are making a big splash.
It's like a resort, just like living in a fantasy.
It's a backyard wonderland.
From $100,000 slides and swim-up bars to a 2,000-pound seashell in the heart of the Midwest.
It started off as an umbrella, and it sort of evolved into a shell.
These backyards are oversized, over budget, and going overboard on epic swimming pools. In an area known for its affluence, the Dallas suburb of Southlake ranks among the wealthiest. Now, when you do things in Dallas, you do them big. Big lots, big homes, even bigger pools. But what if your plans are bigger than the land you have to work with? John Martillo envisioned a massive pool for his large family.
Every day, I think something else popped, a new idea came up, and it just grew to be this project.
A project without enough land to support it. So when John's neighbors put their house on the market, John snapped it up, tore it down, and went to town. This 250-foot perimeter pool dominates a now 3-acre lot and includes dozens of water features.
So the idea of building a pool that we can entertain and spend time with the family was rather important for us.
John built a poolside cabana equipped with a fireplace and television, as well as 2 kitchens. He ordered up 2 spas, one incorporated into the pool, and another that is hidden away as more of a private retreat. This was an epic project, and it took on a life of its own.
You get caught up in the moment, and you kind of feel like, well, you're already in it, and you just gotta continue and continue.
John does everything big. He has 5 children ranging in age from preschool to college. That meant the pool had to cater to all ages.
I wanted to have something that it was rather easy access for the kids, young children and older children. So the idea of having a pool that it can some sort of satisfy both age groups, I think it was very important.
John wanted the entire yard to serve as a grand retreat for his family and friends. He had the real estate, but builder Doug Johnston was called in to handle some tricky logistics, not the least of which was moving tons of dirt.
There was some major challenges to overcome as far as the topography of this backyard, because we went from 8 foot high down to 4 foot low to 2 foot low over where the master bedroom is.
We took probably about 65, 70 dump trucks of dirt in order to be able to create all the main area of the pool and all the area for the landscape.
Trickier still, the soil here is not conducive to building a pool. It's considered dangerously unstable. To remedy that, the pool area was over-excavated by 4 feet in each direction so a proper subbase and a drainage system could be installed around the shell.
We put an underground drainage system underneath the pool shell. That way, if any groundwater is to come up, or we have the large rains that are not uncommon here in the Dallas area, that water is drained out immediately, that it's just not sitting underneath the pool shell.
More than a year later, the pool and cabana were ready. The pool features a 6-inch deep sun shelf and eventually slopes down to a depth of 6 feet. Half a dozen water fountains shoot out of either side at a moment's notice.
They wanted to try to make it fun for the kids too as well. We can go into party mode and fun mode for the friends, family, and kids, and then you can go into adult mode.
Because of his large family, John wanted an oversized spa. And in order to keep with a more contemporary look, Doug decided to put it in the center at the far end of the pool.
I think the spot is great. I think it goes really well with the size of the pool. Originally, we wanted to have a big spa. You know, it's a lot of us, got a lot of children, so I think it's supposed to hold 10 people originally, but I've seen 20, 25 kids in there sometimes.
Custom-colored glass tiles cost $95 per square foot, and at a total cost of $95,000, are designed to endure extreme weather changes. And when the sun sets, the pool takes on a completely different personality at night.
What we were trying to do was create a fountain area as a focal point, not just a spa. So we wanted to have, I guess what you'd say, get a 2-for-1. So as they're having adult time maybe, that we have, created a fountain environment, in this area right here for people to gather around, sit, and listen to the water.
And once the huge spa was finished, the tiny cabana seemed to stick out in comparison.
We started building it, and then they realized that the cabana is too small.
It was to be able to have more of a nanny's quarters, and it just kind of adding a living room and a bedroom, and all of a sudden we have a full guest house back there with a gym.
Making the cabana bigger kicked the budget up a bit. It was kind of like building another house at $450,000. It features a top-of-the-line kitchen inside, but the outdoor galley gets the most use.
The idea was to create, the whole entertainment area here in the cabana, and having a full kitchen with all the amenities. It was just part of it.
With a widescreen television, fireplace, and outdoor gas heaters, it quickly became a favorite hangout for the kids. While the pool was built to be shared by friends and family, John grew hungry for a more secluded getaway for himself.
Originally, I wanted to create a little more of a privacy kind of a spot.
John's private spa was originally going to be hidden behind some trees. Then, Doug had a brainstorm.
What I came up with is that we go below grade. And so we ended up digging a 30 by 30 hole, 8 foot deep, and sinking it into the ground. So when you come out of the master bedroom, you go right down into your own master retreat spa area.
When he came and he showed me his computer what the underground spa was gonna be like, and the fire, that's when I went, wow, I want that.
Located next to, but well out of sight of the main pool, the $150,000 spa was intended to be private, but it didn't stay that way for long.
Whenever it snows or it's really cold outside, just crank up the heat, and the kids they love it, just running out of the bedroom and just go right into it.
The entire 3 acres is meticulously landscaped with terraces and play areas. But with all this lawn to irrigate, John wondered where was all that water going to come from?
Watering 3 acres of landscape property was going to be very expensive.
So John built a 30-foot deep pond.
The idea was to create and dig a pond in order to be able to water the property.
One thing that I always say is creating timeless pieces of art. If you come out here 20, 50 years from now, I believe in my heart that when you walk out in this backyard, you're gonna say, wow, what a project.
Why we even go somewhere else when we have our own retreat here?
It took more than a year to create the ultimate family oasis near Dallas, Texas. What does it cost to transform a 3-acre lot into a backyard playground with more than 36 water features, 2 spas, a cabana, 2 kitchens, and a fireplace? The epic price tag on this personal playground? $1.8 million.